everybody, it's Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and we are switching things up a little bit. Normally in our memory keeping kits, I include a set of instructions. There's a few printed instruction sheets with each kit that give you tips and ideas and inspiration on how to create a couple of layouts. And we've kind of revamped things a little bit, and in a way to save some paper. And actually, I like the format of video, of going through and showing you the layouts and talking about them and being able to get a little bit more in depth than I would on the instruction sheets. So I love the fact that we're saving a little bit of paper, as well as I have a format where I can dig in a little bit deeper. And so what you will get in with your memory keeping kit, whether it's the Modern Memory Keeping Kit or the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit, you will get a little card like this, and it will direct you to where you go for the YouTube video. It's on our YouTube channel, but you will get the little card in there that tells you where to go, so you can find the projects that go with the memory keeping kit that you have. And I dig in a little bit, like I said, and I spend a little bit more time talking about some techniques, some tips, maybe even some design stuff. And so I'm excited to do this. So this is what we're going to be doing from now on. So if you're used to getting the instruction sheets in your kit, don't despair. There's still lots of inspiration for you. It's just going to be in video format now. So I'm going to switch it over, and I'm going to start doing that, and I'm going to show you a couple of layouts right now. All right, as I mentioned, I'm going to walk through and show you my two layouts in the Simple Dory using the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. And this is in place of the printed instruction sheets. So instead of getting those, I'm going to do this video and show my layouts to you, walk through them, give you some tips and ideas, talk about some of the product. And I'm hoping that you find this a lot more valuable than the instruction sheets, because I like being able to share the layouts this way. So you'll get instead of the instruction sheets, you'll get this little card, and it will tell you where to go on our YouTube channel to find those layouts. And I want to mention too, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you like our videos, it helps us a lot if you click that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Then every time I load another video, or one of the design team loads a video, you will know that it's up. So, and it helps us to kind of spread the word about Cocoa Daisy. So please make sure that you like and subscribe to all of our videos. So I'm going to start out with this layout, and this is using the Simple Dory booklet. This booklet comes in the kit, and it's meant for just a nice, simple way to work on documenting, creating your own little mini album for the month. And the first layout that I chose this great page with this hexagon pattern. It almost looks like a beautiful quilt. And the picture of our little Lilu on her little perch here on the pillow is kind of a neutral color palette, which worked great with all of this beautiful color over here. So I really did not have to add a lot, and that's what I love about the Simple Dory. That's what I love about these booklets, is it makes it very fast and very simple. You can get as creative, you can add as many layers as you want to, but if you want to keep it simple and you want to do a quick booklet for the month to record all of those memories, you can do it this way as well. So what I did, I printed out her picture, and I believe that's about a 2.5 inch wide square, or 2.5 inch square photo. And I left a little bit of a white border around it. And I tucked her on the right-hand side, and I raised it up on a little bit of foam adhesive. I added a few die cuts in here. So I have the pretty little floral one, and I kind of have it going up on the photograph, which I really like. And then I added this little banner, little phrase banner there. And then I added the Her Perch over top. And I added now with the P here, there's a couple reasons that I put this down and that I have that little leg of the P on top of the photograph. I could have tucked it under. It would have been a little harder to read, but what I like about it is it's pointing down. So it's one of those, we talk about movement and bringing the viewer's eye into the photograph. That's what that does. That P points right down at her face. And then this little floral die cut curves around and kind of bumps your eye back up. So between the two, it's really drawing your focus right down to her little face. So there's a reason that those are there. There's a strategical reason why those are there. And then I added a few of the little glitter dots, and I tried to kind of match the colors. So you see them, but they don't stand out a whole lot. So it's this kind of subtle layer. So like the pink on the pink and the orange on the orange and so forth. And then there's a few around this little grouping as well. And then I added the Try Something New, and that is from the stamp set. And I stamped that right in this lightest hexagon. And I liked the balance of the black here. So I had these two, and I felt like up here was kind of bare, like it needed something. And so you always, when you design two, you want that visual triangle. So I had a black element here, I had a black element here. So I added the daily life here. I wanted it off the page just a little bit, just to add some visual interest, but I didn't like it on its own. So I layered another die cut behind it. So that kind of gave me that great visual triangle and those little pops of bold black on there as well. And then I added my journaling with my messy handwriting, because we're just embracing that this month. And then I felt like it needed one more thing. So I added just this one simple piece of chipboard hexagon that's a smaller size, but for whatever reason, it just felt more balanced to me by adding that. So I added that up there at the top. So it gives me a little bit more pattern and a little bit more of the blue, which I liked. And like I said, for some reason, I think it just balanced it. I don't know if it was because to me it was feeling way too linear and I needed to break off from that a little bit. Maybe that's why I did it. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it balanced it a lot better. So that is my first layout of little Lilu on her perch. And then the second layout that I did, I used one of the Traveler's Notebook memory keeping cards. And again, what we try to do with this kit is create things that make it super easy, super fast for you to get all of these layouts done. And part of what we do to facilitate that is we create some Traveler's Notebook cards. So these are sized to fit. So you can just add these. So if you have a page, for instance, this pretty yellow that you want to add a photograph to, and you're like, well, there's all this space on this side, I'm not sure what I want to do with it. You could add that. And then, so you have, you could do 5 photographs down here that then correspond with the 5 springtime favorites. And that layout is done. It's already so simple. Photographs and then journaling, you're done. The title's already on there. You can embellish then as much or as little as you want. So that's just one of the things that we do with this kit, is to try and make it easy. So I used one of those, the Enjoying the Little Things, and I thought that was a great title to go with my 2 teacups here, or my mugs that I use for tea. And I loved that the teacups are pretty graphic and simple. They're black and white. So I felt like I could go a little heavy on the patterns. I thought it would be kind of fun to position them against a bunch of patterns. So I ran a strip of the washi tape, and I love this washi tape because it has all of those beautiful patterns that are on there and that go down. So I added that. So you've got those great pops of color, but because they're squares like that, it's a nice graphic feel as well. So on this side, I added a smaller photograph. The little clip is from my stash. And then I used one of the little plus sign puffy stickers on there just for a little bit of color. I used one of the die cuts, and then on the die cut, I stamped the "Let's Take a Break." I put that on there. So that was this page. So this is done. I mean, you can see how fast and simple and easy that was. And I didn't really feel like I needed to add a lot of journaling either. So I basically just put afternoon and evening tea on a little strip of, I just printed that out and cut it out. And I like that it kind of blends in with the background, but because it's such a different font, you will see it. But I love how it's almost kind of hidden, like you have to be reading and then you'll see it. So it's kind of a neat little surprise, which I thought was a fun design thing here as well. And then I just kind of I had a lot of fun with layering with this one. I started out with, I had this little tag, which was part of the die cuts. And I liked this little floral on here. So I started out with those, and then I just played around. I added the piece of chipboard. I added the other little hexagon die cut, and then a couple of the pluses. And then, and I wanted to show you these. These are fun. So the little envelope, you will get a pack of 4. You get 2 larger and 2 smaller, and they come like this. So this is how they come, and you're going to be like, well, I don't get it. What are those supposed to be? Are they airplanes? They are little envelopes. You just need to fold them. So you're going to want to just fold them in like that. You're going to want to put, they're a heavier weight cardstock. They're a beautiful cardstock, but you're going to want to add some good strong adhesive on there to keep that shut. And then you can always close it and have little hidden journaling. You can close it and just use it as a little die cut. Or we included 4 of these that you can slide in there. So like that little just a note can slide in there. And then you can use that for your journaling or for your title, whatever you want to do. You could even slide a teeny little photograph in there. So that is one of the small ones. This polka dot one was one of the small ones. So I just tucked that behind the photograph, and I added that Care for a Spot of Tea little die cut in there. So it's just kind of this fun little interactive, cute, hidden. You hide that in there, and it gives it great texture and great layering as well. I just tucked that over the corner. So you get, like I said, you get 4 of those, 2 of the small and 2 of the larger ones, like that. And I should mention, before I forget, that the die cuts, now the envelopes are not, but our regular die cuts are actually stickers. So they have, let's pull one out here. They have adhesive on the back. So they're die cuts, but they're also stickers. So if you want to stick them down, now I used some foam adhesive on those, but that one I stuck down. So you can leave the backing on if you want to use a little foam adhesive and layer them. But if you want to just stick them right down, they have sticky already on the back of them. That's something I sometimes forget to mention. A lot of people are new and they have not tried those yet. And I wanted to make sure that you know that. So you can see how I did design-wise. There's not a whole lot that I put into this as far as like trying to draw your eye. I felt like the graphic difference between the photographs and the backgrounds kind of draw your eye enough. There's a little bit of the placement of the envelope pushing your eye this way a little bit, and then this one tilted in. So I feel like that kind of draws your eye enough to that, but this is a little bit more of an eclectic layout for me. I normally don't have as many layers, and so I had a lot of fun with this, adding all of those under the photograph, mixing the patterns with the handwriting, and yeah. So this one came together also very, very quickly. You could if you wanted to, one of the things I wanted to mention about the stamp set, you could stamp this little slide and print out a real teeny photograph and put that in there. You could tuck that there. This would fit in one of the larger envelopes too if you wanted to print that out or stamp it and put your journaling in there. That would fit in one of the larger envelopes. Or again, you could put a teeny tiny little photograph in there, would be really cool. So that is the 2 layouts that I created using the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's inspired you, and I can't wait for you to get your May Kit and see these patterns and colors in real life. You're going to absolutely love them. So again, make sure that you like and subscribe. And if there's anything that you would like me to going forward in these videos touch on or talk about, leave it in the comments below. I love it when you leave comments and let me know what you're enjoying and what you'd like to see.